What school did you go to?
Why you tell me shout like that?
Why you shout? Does your school not have a name?
Well, you can already tell from the way I'm shouting.
So what's the name?
I have to tell you this.
You went to what?
If you hear the name,
And my name is Avadu.
What?
ask food.
Oh, wait.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Ask food.
I kid you not.
No,
Ask food.
spell. Maybe we're not
Like,
getting.
actually ask.
ASS
Ask a food.
and food. Hey friends, welcome back to the Beyond 30 podcast. This is our uncut episode where we're just going to banter and just gist and have a good time. And well, you guys are here, so welcome and thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you are notified when there is a new episode. So let's go. You guys, I want to take us back in time. What was primary school? First of all, what school did you go to?
Why you tell me shout like that?
Why you shout? Does your school not have a name?
Well, you can already tell from the way I'm shouting. If you hear the name, don't worry, let's go.
I remember your school.
The name
Do you remember the name?
Not your primary school, but your secondary
Oh, I
school.
thought you were talking about.
Your primary school now.
I thought you were talking about primary.
Hey, let's
Yes,
start from
it's
primary
primary.
now.
Hey, now, have you
I
heard the
think
name
I
of my
remember.
primary school?
If I'm not mistaken, is it Kekotu?
Eh?
Is it Kekotu?
No.
Okay. So what's the name?
I have to tell you this.
You went to what?
If you hear the name,
And my name is Avadu.
ask food.
Eh?
What?
Ask food.
Oh, wait.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Ask food.
I kid you not.
I
Okay, so
do.
I went to two. I went to
No,
ask food.
spell. Maybe we're not
Like,
getting.
actually ask.
ASS
Ask a food.
and food? Like, who names the primary school that? What?
Do you guys see why I shouted now? Do you guys see why I shouted?
What?
It was a really good school in the area, but it was so bad. The name was so bad. I don't know what it is about names. Then I now went to Abbey International Mixed.
Okay, that sounds
So I
You
went-
nice.
guys never asked your proprietress or proprietor what kind of name that was.
Honestly, we all just left. We don't know what happened.
Ask food.
It's as I got older, I'm like, why would somebody name their school?
Like, what does that even
Like,
mean?
what?
I'm pretty so you know a lot of people are doing that thing where they will like just take names, the name of somebody, and they just combine things together and say, oh, that sounds like something that's the name of the school.
Oh my goodness. Like, that person, come on. Okay, so you then went to Abbey
Then when
International.
I went- yeah, I went to
Okay.
Abbey.
Abe was
International.
still primary.
Yes, still primary. I went
Okay.
to two primary schools. Yeah.
Okay. What primary school did you go to?
Ask food.
Tell me, I'm not going to hear the end of
I know.
this.
See, I don't even know why you asked that question.
Yeah, I was curious now. I want to know.
It was a really good school, though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, really good. She said, sure. They had a lot of like Ghanaian teachers. You remember
Yeah,
back then?
it was a thing then, yeah.
They had Ghanaian
Yeah.
teachers
Yeah.
that were really good. Like I got, I think, a lot of my solid math foundation from that school. But the name just sucked. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to St. Martin's, which is a Catholic school.
Sounds very.
Was that in Lagos?
Yeah, it was in Lagos. St. Martin's was in Leary. And the two things I can remember from primary school basically were, first of all, those nuns. Please, why are nuns? I know it can't be all of them, but they were so mean.
Eh.
Were they
Like, you
like
would expect them to be like motherly and
Right.
but
Were
they
they
were
your
mean.
teachers or what?
No,
But you know
so
most
the
of them have not.
proprietress and her assistants are always nuns because
Okay.
it is owned by the Catholic Church. And you expect them to be motherly and...
They've not had kids before. How do you expect the
In fact,
mother?
funny enough, I went to two primary schools. I forgot. I went to St. Louis, another Catholic school in Akure, for
Okay, she
like
lived in
3 or
Akure.
4 years.
She's actually
And then I went to St. Martin's, Lagos. So I transferred in primary 2. But interestingly, the Caucasian nuns that were...
No, that's not adding up. Because you transferred in primary school is 6 years.
No. So nursery school.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I started from St.
elementary,
Louis,
yeah.
yes, and then I went to. I
Okay.
moved second term primary too.
Okay.
That's where I now realized that, please, these nuns, Reverend sisters, are you not meant to be kind? Are you not meant to be motherly and
raising
welcoming?
you to be.
These women were like iron women, and
Yes.
they are watching after small kids in primary school. So when you hear that Sister Agnes is coming, you hide. Like, it was bonkers. And then Ghanaian teachers, very mean. Ew. They knew how to
I
teach
think
math,
they
but they
knew
were
how to
very
teach.
mean.
Very mean
Math,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, and it was a math teacher.
Yeah.
And then they
knew how
will
to
actually
teach math.
flog you.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember the flogging pieces of primary school. I don't remember getting flogged.
In my school, they didn't allow flogging.
What school did you go to, ma? That they did not allow flogging.
Excuse me, people.
I went to the esteemed,
Oh my God.
prestigious Corona school.
Oh my God.
Corona alumni in the comment section. Comment down below. Let's know our
Show her some love.
Show some
please.
love.
And
Thank
please,
you.
if you also went to ask food, show me some love.
Better hide yourself.
Fast food. Oh my God.
Honestly.
Did you guys give it like some funky name like AF or
Honestly, I
something?
can't even
Did you guys
remember.
even try to?
No, I think
We
they'll
were
be too
so
young for that.
young.
We were too young. It wasn't until I was in secondary school, or was it even secondary school? Like much later in my life,
Yeah.
I was just like, when people ask me, I'm like, huh.
Wait. When you went
When I
to
said I
secondary
watched
school
it.
and they ask you, like when your classmates in secondary school ask you, like, what school, what primary
Some
school
of
did
us
you?
went there together.
Oh boy. So in secondary school, you now, no,
So
I
we
can
all
imagine.
Kind of already knew. Because you see, here's the thing: where I was living, I think it was one of the best schools in terms of like the quality of education. But I just don't know. There was something about the name that was just later on.
By training as food.
I'm just like, why don't you just use like a normal name? But I think it's just something that some people is just like they the way they make up
It
names.
even sounds like a food come like maybe they make plantain chips or something. That's
See, we're not going to drag Temi too much about this
It's
ask
okay,
because she
it's
can't
okay.
change it. So you now went to secondary school. I'm very curious. When your classmates in secondary school say, "What primary school did you go to?" You now open your mouth and say, "Ask."
I think we were all saying it. There was no.
Wow.
okay, you are a lot, so it wasn't.
It wasn't,
they
yeah, it
were
wasn't
used
just
to
a neat
it.
thing. I think, and also like, I don't know. I don't recall anybody asking me for the name. I think it was later on, like maybe uni, that I was now really more aware of like, if you know, it's not every time people ask you like what primary school, they'll ask you secondary
of
or
course,
primary
yeah.
school. But the very few times that people have asked me primary school, I'll just be like, it felt so weird to say the name. I was just like,
That was why she shouted.
because I know now what the ESS means, and you know, it's
And
just
the
like,
food.
and then it's like I mean, oh Lord, have mercy, gosh.
Okay, secondary school. What school did you go to? I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious.
Say your own first.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure someone, you guys, before she says it, take a guess in the comment section what school she's from. Just based on the comment, you know. Just take a guess. Oh, yeah, tell us.
Oh my God. I went to the only school for women in the whole of Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's called Queen's College,
Oh,
Yaba,
hey,
Lagos. There are only two schools. It's QC and other schools.
Oh, shit. She didn't even mention Casey.
No, other schools. Okay, so I went to QC.
That's nice. That's good to know.
Nice.
You people had Madam Koi in your school.
Is a lie.
They were famous for the Madam Koi. Oh, that's
I
what
didn't
we
even
heard.
know. Is that what they were?
You know about
that's where it
Madam
came
Koi.
from. No,
It's from
we all
them.
heard about Madam.
It's from
Koi.
Not true. This is my own opinion. I think because we heard the story too in QC. Yes.
You heard it that it was
But
from
it came
where?
from your
We
school.
just generally heard that in some schools.
No, they
there's
said it was your school.
So that's what I'm telling you, that in boarding school we heard about my Koko, but we heard that it was like in some schools, right? And I remember one story that makes me laugh. Like basically the story was like, oh, someone went out in the middle of the night, came back to sleep in her bed, and as she was sleeping, someone came and tapped her and said, "I beg shift, let me sleep."
Yeah. And it was Madam Koi.
And it was one of those people, right? And so interestingly, we never heard that it was our school. We always heard that
We always
it
said it
was
was QC that Madam Koi will be coming in the corridor. Whenever there's like, you now be hearing Koi.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to ask you, what's the most ridiculous thing that you remember from your school, primary, secondary? I tell you my own first. So there was this girl in my class who, obviously, because it was QC, if you were not traveling abroad for the summer, you feel like hiding under the table, right? And if you did not have, what's it called? So at the time, that's when MTV was new. So if you didn't have MTV in your house, it's like the world is ending. They want to suffocate you because once you come to school in the morning, everybody's like, oh my God, did you watch Sweet Valley yesterday? And if you did not watch Sweet Valley, you're on your own, right? So those were two things. But I remember there was this particular time, this girl, she was in my class. And then she left, went to some other school. I don't know what school, but she came back to visit like soon afterwards. And then she was now telling us how she traveled to London with her family for the summer break. And while they were in the air, the plane ran out of fuel and they had to stop in the clouds to buy some fuel.
Hey.
So they had to stop in the
And
fuel.
people probably
Wait, you people, before you judge.
we're not done.
So they're like, oh, they stopped in the air to buy some fuel for the airplane, and then they got lunch and everything before they eventually
In the clouds.
in the clouds before they ended up in London. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I had not entered the plane.
So you believed it?
I believe that's not where it's bad. I now go home and proceeded to narrate the story to my mom. You see the hustler. My mom said, so somebody told you that story and you believe it. I brought it home.
You slapped his head back into me.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Hey, what class were you that time?
I think it was in GS2. GS2.
You deserve that slap.
As in, my mom was so upset. She was like, you believe that? But I think that was what prompted my parents to be like, you know what? These kids deserve it. They deserve a summer break.
Yeah.
And then when we went on summer break, London, Liverpool, I now started running into a lot of QC girls. So it was now a case of, you know, if you've not traveled before and you suddenly come back after summer break to say, I went to London, you're like, it's a lie.
Yeah.
Where's the evidence?
Yeah.
But now I was seeing people.
Yeah.
So that just validated. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I mean, that traveling abroad was a thing. All the cool kids that used to travel abroad in secondary school, one of the signs of traveling abroad, you have to come with a new school bag.
Yeah.
New school, not the one they sell in Central Market. That's to be from abroad. You know. And then in secondary school, they used to be so designer conscious. So you either have to have Nike, Head, or Adidas, or Fila, all those brands. In my secondary school, if you're not carrying designer bag, please, what is that?
Wow.
Not the fake one from potential they have long tick like this. So, normal one. That's how they know they're your shoes. Your shoes, and that's how they know you're just coming from. They used to call it Jan then.
Jan.
And they say, did you Jan?
Or did you go to Yankee?
Or did you go to Yankee?
You know it.
So Jan was like UK.
And Yankee was
US.
America, yeah.
And
Funny
what
enough, Canada was not
No, Canada wasn't
then.
popular. But what
Yeah.
besides you, if you did not go to Jan or Yankee and they took you to like Slovenia or some other random country.
Just keep quiet.
Yeah, but please go on.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. That was because you're saying evidence of validation. That's part of validation. What you carry, you now come and talking about your experience and everything. And the cool kids, you now be walking around with your scoop. That one,
That bag must not touch the floor.
Do you remember when monostrap bag was real?
Oh my
That one
God.
that was-
Yeah.
They used to call it breast divider bag.
Yeah,
That's what they used to call it.
breast divider.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that monostrap bag?
Yeah.
My mother had the infantry to go to Yaba and buy monostrap for me. Because I was talking about like everybody's having a monostrap bag and everything. Instead of this woman to clock that, I mean monostrap from London.
Yeah.
She went to Yaba market.
Honestly, I don't know how do you guys survive like
Gosh.
those kinds of like cute, because I didn't have that type of experience
At all.
personally. I mean, kids were traveling, but they weren't like rubbing it in our faces.
If you want to be part of the cool kids, you gotta get it. And like Kome said, you now have some of them lying to meet up. You know that one that said she stopped in the
I
car.
think
There were
it's
not
maybe
many
because
of
of the
them.
number. Like,
Yeah, we're
I
playing.
think there's a lot of there's something about when there are lots of kids in
Yeah.
the same. That's when
Yeah.
you start. It's because at my own school, maybe it was just a private school.
How many
you
were
know,
you in
per
your set?
set? Maybe like We'll be up to 60.
That's
one.
why.
It's up to one class in
That's
ISO.
why.
The whole
The whole
why.
set is
I
up to
think
one
my
class.
set, my set was
Set.
899.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Because I'm just
Yeah.
like, these are real, like,
Yeah, it was real life. We're
struggles,
experiencing real life already.
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
because I don't know how I would have felt if I had to. Because
If you went to my school and you didn't learn to handle peer pressure, you can never learn it
You
again.
fall. Yeah.
You can't learn
That's
it
why
again.
nothing can move me. Like if you
you
cannot
like-
shake me.
if you
You
like,
develop
use your
that thick
head.
skin from
like
school.
that.
Yes.
I really like that.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you, into house sports.
Hey. Wow.
Into house sport was so serious that you hear people booking slots in the class. Like in
Right.
my class, they would be like, "Oh, I'm wearing Nike head to toe,
Hey.
so no one else should wear Nike."
Jesus.
And they'll call all the designers. At that time, we were so playing. So I didn't have older siblings, right?
Yeah.
So I
So
was
you're
playing
the
catch up.
first one,
I'm
yeah.
like, what's all this? This one say I'm wearing Nike. This one say I'm wearing Adidas. This one say I'm
When
wearing
you
Fubu.
can't make your own plan.
Fila. By the time they've taken everything, then there was now when Cat came out.
Yes, yes,
Caterpillar.
yeah.
So they'll now be like, "Oh, I'm wearing Cat." Ha, my
So
dear.
what do you normally do? Like, what do you guys do?
So
in
I
those-
remember, I remember my first inter-house. Was it just 2 or just 3? I then went home and opened this my big mouth to say, "Mommy, please, I don't want to wear that white Converse that everybody is wearing. Can you buy me designer shoes?" That's how my mom proceeded to go to Juelegba. God. And decided to buy me these white trainers. It had Nike on one side. It now had Fire logo. And when she brings the shoe, you cannot then say, "Mom, thank you for buying me this shoe, but I'm not wearing
The
it."
kind of
So I had to wear it. I didn't hear the end of it. Nike Fire. Everybody was like, she's wearing Nike Fire. Hey, God. Anyway, yeah, those were fun times.
Yeah, yeah. And you
I guess if
survive.
you survive
Yeah.
it, because
You
it's
can
not all
survive
kids that
anything.
survive it, no.
Yeah.
Do kids legit?
I didn't have
fall,
anyone that committed
crumble
suicide.
under
We
those
were all
things?
You'll be
alright.
fine. Eventually, you'll be fine.
alright. I think our generation, we have thick skin. Maybe if this Gen Z now, like,
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
someone committed suicide because they failed jam. That cannot happen in our generation.
You would have killed yourself a long time ago.
As in, it's
Too
not
many
until you
things.
fail jam. Like so many things. That need to give people name. Bo lenge. This one, that one. Secondary school. You have your nickname.
Hey, God. No.
Can we talk about? Okay, she talked about inter-house sport. That inter-house sport is a festival on its own. Inter-house. First of all, there's competition to. If you're not the queen. Or one of those people that will wear mufti, then you must be a cheerleader. Seniors, when you're a senior secondary, you should be part of the cheerleader.
Yeah.
And if you see the uniform, we show with the short skirt.
Hey!
Uniform,
Yeah.
which means it was approved by the school.
Yes, yes,
It's like competition of who skirt is the shortest. Everybody will now be doing competition. We'll now be doing our dance, doing our pom-poms, everything. Inter-house sport day, you have to wear the fine trainers. I used to go and buy my trainers, especially for inter-house sports. It's not the one we use for. So there's a fine inter-house sport trainers. You have to wear that. Then, girls will now do hair. It was an opportunity to do makeup and stuff like that back then. Then, us was in Unilag. So we used to do it in Unilag Sports Center. Are you familiar with Unilag? Yeah, we used to do it in Sports Center. So that's the time when you now go and be... After inter-house sports, when you finish your activity, if you have boyfriend, your boyfriend will now take you to go and buy something around the sports.
Oh my God. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? What's it called? There was one suya at Baggate, special suya.
Yes.
And talking.
Yes. Even right there in ISL, we still had our special suya and talking, even in the school.
Are you serious?
Apart from that, yes. Yes, we did. And a lot of KC guys used to come for our inter-house sports. All other schools, they will come for our inter-house. Even KC girls. Maybe you are a border.
I was a border.
The day, you border, you did not enjoy. The QC day girls, you will see them at our inter-house, but they used to be there. It was really, really fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
For us, cheerleading was in SS2. Hey, Jesus! When my mother saw my skirt, she wanted to faint, because although they asked you to wear pantyhose under, but that skirt is no longer than.
So they give you like the school.
It's approved by the school. No, what happened is the senior girls will get our own tailor. So we're in charge of everything, but the point is the school.
So the students are in charge of everything.
The students are in charge.
Gotcha.
So they will get the tailor, pick the style, do the measurement. Obviously, teachers will review, but teachers don't have much say. we have picked our style, and they've so
They choose their battles, you know. They do
Yeah.
it in class. all
Yeah,
that
so
things.
that's what
Okay.
happened. So it's not like it's the school tailor that is sewing
Yeah,
it. We
yeah, yeah.
brought our own tailor to sew it. So it's a competition.
So they ask you
Our
guys
own has
to
to
bring
find out
money.
that
Okay, here.
Yes,
we
so
pay
each person
now.
brings
We pay.
money.
You pay for your
Each person
outfit.
brings money.
Yeah.
So for us, our uniform starts from the color of the pom-poms, the top. I still remember what we wore in my set. It was
Yeah.
a black top with a plunging neckline and black skirts. But that black skirt, if you should just move
you
like
just do
this.
like this, and it's not tight skirt, it's flare skirt. So
It's
that when you
flare
shake it,
skirt,
to be
yes.
shaking.
And it doesn't have pants under.
No, you're wearing
No, you're wearing
pantyhose.
a
shorts.
pantyhose.
Okay, so it's a pantyhose.
Yes,
But
yes.
pantyhose
And sometimes,
is usually like
some of
transparent.
these skirts they will sew it with inbuilt shorts.
Okay, that's what I was
inside.
gonna say,
Yes,
like,
some
yes.
of our
Some of
skirts
them.
will sew it like that
Okay.
because we will do a lot of jumping and everything. So that, but the skirts
There was
are
nothing
short.
under my own skirt.
Oh, no, some
but
of
we
them
Oh,
will.
mommy, I would have loved to have that experience.
and then you know with lovely trainers and then your
Yeah.
hair, you make your
Yeah.
hair. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
It was
And then as you're passing, so obviously we're in SS2, and for us, after inter-house, you go home because they didn't want anybody to stay on.
Campus.
Okay, even borders will go.
Everybody goes home, so that's the end of semester. Oh, sorry, term. So as you're passing, all the Casey boys will be at the gates, like, "Oh my God, hello, excuse me, how?" If you didn't have a
They've been
boyfriend-
waiting.
Yeah.
They've been waiting. No, Casey boys. Some people used to climb the fence just to come into Queen's College into house sports.
Wow.
No, I think ISL boys used to go to. We had some ISL boys that used to go.
Hunting ground.
Casey was just behind us
Hunting
now.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, hunting ground. The only schools that we used to ignore. So there were like a few schools.
Yeah.
So ISL was one of the respected schools. A Hall, Vivian Fowler. We even though QC girls didn't really go
Yeah,
Vivian Fowler.
competition now.
Like, why are you coming to take our? Then King's College, and then let me see. Is there? No, there's another school. It's not A Hall. It's not ISL. There's another school. I can't remember their name now.
Where are they located?
I don't know where they're located, but they used to like a burgundy and cream or something. I can't remember their name. Anyway, those were the schools that were allowed. But you now see at the gates, St. Finbar's, St. Greg's. What are you looking for? Right? But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
What else do you guys remember?
I remember fight. There used to be a lot of fights in our school.
Really?
Okay, you guys went to a girls' school. That's a proper fight. St. Finbar boys will come and fight ISL boys. We just hear after school, close time. They are fighting. St. Finbar boys are come to fight ISL boys. A lot of ISL boys will go and beat them, go and deal with them.
And this is secondary school.
Secondary school now.
It
Secondary
sounds like a
school.
mess. Because I didn't even experience like my school was very.
Very chill,
Was it
very
Christian school?
controlled.
It was a very Christian school.
Yeah.
It's not even just normal Pentecostal Christian.
Yeah.
It was deeper life Christian.
Yeah. See,
So it
nice.
was just
People
like-
do
You
nice,
see all
nice.
these things.
I mean, there was a few drama, but honestly, then too, I used to be like, this is not equivalent to like drama.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not a big deal kind of drama, but
Yeah.
that was all. Yeah.
Timmy was in a convent.
I literally
You're
was.
lucky you went to a proper university. Imagine finishing from that one and then now
That's
going
why.
to all
That's
those-
why I didn't want to
Yeah.
get to that one. Finish your fighting talk
Hey,
because
tell us.
Yes, so first of all, different boys will come. St. Finbar boys, there were a few times KC boys came, or if one or two KC boys just like I don't know, maybe they would have had an issue outside. They will now bring it to school. Maybe 3 KC boys will now come and say they want to beat one ISL boys. All of them will gather, beat the KC boys. They'll not say those ones they are come to do return leg. They come and say and you know because it was after school. So after school we had a car park across the road where people used to go. So it's unsupervised, no
Right.
teachers, no nothing,
Right.
just students. So that's
Right.
when the fight used to happen. When I first of all got to ISL GS1, I'm talking about fight outside school. This one was in the school. What ISL was wild. In fact, it got him the beat as I moved on. When I just got there, my first experience was I was in GS1. I just said like glasses breaking. I heard SS3 boys breaking glasses, breaking bottle. Everybody was now running into their class. What's happening? SS3 boys are fighting.
where do all
Fighting
those things
each
come
other
from? Like
in
what?
school.
Where do all those things come from? Like what usually starts like in secondary school? Like what are they fighting
wild.
over?
So these kids are like
Battle of
15.
supremacy. Yes. So they'll be fighting, breaking bottle, everything. They'll now go sign. When it's in the school premises, the teachers will come and settle down. So when I first all got to ISL, the logo was broken louvers. You can't see a class that has complete
yeah.
louvers.
Yeah, I feel that.
broken louvers all over the world. They've written on it. Broken because that's what they were doing. So ISL was wild. My first 2 years in ISLs. Then as I now went up, I was now becoming part of the senior. So you will see boys fighting on. They'll say they will use color rack. They say two people are racking on the corridor during break time. You will see people fighting. Then people would have fight. Then crowd will now gather every
Yeah, like-
Then after, teacher will now come and separate, everybody will fly. Phew, everybody will scatter. Go back into the classroom.
What used to be like the repercussion for like if they
Right.
catch you?
suspension?
Oh, if they catch you.
Did they catch you?
Yes, we had a few expulsions, but it was usually suspension. So you just see someone is not around for 1 week, they're on suspension. Do you get? So that
And
one.
it's probably something they used to brag to.
Battle of
I've
so
been suspended.
because we are so much for you to be popular, like there was the cool people and there were the people that you didn't really know them because they're not cool, like they don't stand out. So one way to be cool is if you go travel abroad and you carry all those things, people want to associate with you. The another thing is if you are like this. So do you remember bounce? I don't know if you don't know bounce because you went to a girls' school bouncing.
Oh yeah. Even girls used to bounce.
Everybody used to bounce.
So one way to recognize the cool boys is they're always bouncing, and then they walk in groups. Maybe they're like a group of 5 boys. They'll be bouncing. Another one was sagging.
Oh,
The boys that will sag, put their belts. Those are also the cool boys. Do you get?
Unfortunately, the ones that tried to do it in our school, I think it did not stick because there were not many.
So they will catch them. No, this one they were plenty.
They became like it was like
It did not stick.
it didn't stick because like
Yeah.
something like that. I'm guessing like if there were lots of kids in the school, I'm sure they will have different groups of
Different
boys
sects, different-
sagging and doing that stuff.
You now know the one in my SS3.
Yeah.
So there was one guy that I don't know if I've told you guys this story before. A teacher beat a boy in SS1. So the boy's father is somebody. I don't know who. The boy's father now bought 6 dogs
Jesus
to school to come and deal with the teacher. So you know those times when during free period or during break you do extra lessons with some teachers, as in my parents used to pay for extra lessons with a math teacher because me and my math too are not friends. So during free period, me and my cousin were doing extra lesson in the staff room with one of the math teachers. Then I just see the boy walks in and points at the teacher. So this is me on this side doing lesson with my lesson teacher, the math teacher and my cousin. And then the teacher is over here. And this is the entrance of the staff room, right? So the boy walks in and next thing I see him pointing. He's in front. That's him over there. He's pointing at the teacher. And then I see 6 huge men walking behind the boy. Thugs, you know this Ojuele Legba thugs.
Yeah.
As I saw it, my mind does not used to wait. Next thing I saw in my mind was as if they would just bring out a gun and start shooting. Immediately, phew, I flown out of the staff room. I don't even remember I had cousins. I remember my first cousin. I ran from the staff room to senior block. It was when I reached senior block, I said, hey, my cousin, what happened to my cousin? By then, the school had scattered.
Wow.
So when I ran, I was not telling the people in the class, they are beating one teacher in the staff room because they brought cane. I saw cane in their hand. But by then, everywhere I scattered, people had seen what happened. So people were running to that staff room, the whole school. That was my free period, but other people were having classes. People left their classes, were now running to the staff room. So next thing I saw, senior boys header. They're beating Mr. Red, That was the name of the teacher. Everybody just came out, ran to the staff room. I say 6 thugs came. All the senior boys beat the thugs. The thugs ran out of school. They beat the thugs. The guy's dad came with his car and another car with the thugs. They took the car, broke the windscreen, broke the bike, broke everything. Then this was not during it was the free period before break. So it now spilled into break time. So other people that didn't even hear about it, came out of their class. The senior boys now went on the car. Were now jumping on the car, breaking bottles, throwing bottles, jumping on the car, breaking bottles. The thugs ran away, right? The boy and his dad they left. I don't think they beat the dad because I didn't hear they beat the dad. But they beat all the thugs ran away. Do you know what happened after that? The next day in assembly, the principal announced, I'm proud of you guys. You guys did us well. Do you know what he did? He threw a party for us. Just for that incident. Because if it was another school, thugs would come and beat the teacher and go. The thugs were beating. They didn't go scot-free. But that man rested though. After that incident, because that man to his own is too much, he would just see on the corridor and be beating. Yes, everybody knew him for beating.
So everybody told him that. Maybe they probably told him that you gotta calm down.
No. When 6 thugs come and beat you and it's your students that say, nobody will tell you before you
because
relax.
they could have met him outside.
Now. Do you understand?
Waiting for him to leave.
Yes.
Right?
If they knew that they would get a reaction from students, they wouldn't have tried it. But they just thought secondary school to them. They dealt with them. So since then, that guy, before he wouldn't bring out his kid to beat you, we think twice. He relaxed. After that, we had the really cool party. We enjoyed ourselves. Everybody was happy. You just see that day. I think it even entered the news. Everyone was shouting, "Yay!" Really screaming. Did you finish in 2005?
No, 2003.
2004.
So you guys were not the set that were clicked in our sets. Oh God.
Confusion.
Oh God.
I feel like you went to like a
Like a university.
yes, it was like a university experience you were getting because even university is not that crazy. So I feel like
In our set, you can imagine 2005, like this was epic. Everybody, because it affected everybody nationwide and even in Ghana.
right.
Because WAEC is not only Nigeria, Ghana, and all those West African states. You can imagine reading for WAEC and then your last 2 papers or something, or the first 2, I can't remember. You have been reading tirelessly, and then you come to school, and then you see people practicing, and you say, what are we practicing? They have the WAEC questions down. As in, these same questions we're going to answer this morning. I said, let me check, let me see what's happening. Let me just check for benefit of that. You enter exam hall.
It was
Same
actually
question. We were not happy that, yay! The next day again, the same thing happened. But guess what? The next day's own came out in the papers.
Oh boy.
It was newspaper. We were seeing our WAEC question.
I don't understand.
It came out in the papers. So obviously it was leaked. It was not obvious that everybody knew that it was leaked, but we were still happy that that's their business.
But
It's
they
not that
cancelled
leaked the
it,
paper.
yeah. Did they not?
You heard that they cancelled it, right?
Well, I don't know, but that's the
They cancelled. We had to rewrite WAEC.
because
Really?
We
the
rewrote
whole
it.
of WAEC.
Everybody, not just as
All
in the
papers.
whole.
I'm saying that you
No,
wrote
it was
all
only
the
maths.
papers. Okay.
And I can't remember this. I remember maths because me, I don't like maths. Maths.
Did that game to spoil your?
We don't get to spell my
idea.
chapter like I'm a baller. I just think I was going to write the whole thing. I like God what is this?
You work hard for this one.
Yeah, so they cast that the next day's one came out in the papers. So we were still up because even though it came out in papers, WAEC had already disbursed the script, so we still wrote the exam. So we thought that I had to stand after all this. No, that leaked the paper. So we wrote it again. That one pained us. So, but that was, that was crazy.
Are you serious? I think in my WAEC, something similar happened.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe them at first. So we didn't see the whole paper. But one girl, like, you know how there are some people that are just so connected, right? And she was in one of the posh kids. She was like a day girl. So she came that morning that we had maths. And she was like, I think I saw the paper last night. My mind and I want. So I then heard them, like, so those that believed, for me, I always felt like if I'm good enough to study, I don't need your whatever. So that morning, I then heard them memorizing so she saw the objective, question 1 to 50, or 1 to 60, something like that. So they were memorizing A, and everything. That's how we got into the exam hall. Me too, I had a problem with maths. That's how we got into the exam hall. And I just saw all of them, like, they were so excited. They were like, it's. I was now regretting my life.
You're a good girl.
Why did I not join them?
Right.
Lo and behold, they all came out celebrating. Well, this is the repercussion of my not joining them. I got an E8.
That must hurt, man.
I got an E8 in that math. Oh God, it was bad.
And you guys was not discovered.
No.
So that was what happened. Must have started in their set. They got it because you are 2004.
No, but that's the thing. It was just one person.
Wait, 2003.
It was just, I was 2003.
I can imagine as far back as
But that's the thing. It was just one person, and she saw it because she was a day girl. She saw it in one lesson she went
There's
to.
always a lesson centers that bring that in.
Yeah. So she went to extra lessons and got it there, and then she brought it to share with the class. But I was not smart enough to join them. So now imagine when the result came out and I got A's and B's and just that one.
What did you have to do? Did you have to rewrite?
That's why.
You have to, right?
That's why. No, so luckily, they started doing WAEC and NECO.
So you
Okay,
just...
okay,
Yeah,
yes.
So, but that was why I waited. That was why I was at home for a year before I went into uni. Because I had all my papers.
Yeah.
In fact, I got A1 biology, A1 economics.
Did you get beaten for it? For the math?
Interestingly, my parents did not do anything. But my mom came into the room and said, that one that is even more painful. She was like, I'm very disappointed in you.
Not knowing that you did the right thing.
Meanwhile, in my mind, I'm thinking I should have just followed them.
Just being a good girl.
But yeah, that was real.
Oh, man. Crazy.
Wow, as far back as 2000, I even thought our set was the first set for that to happen.
No, but you guys' one was gangster in the papers.
it was so bad that by the
didn't
next one it was in the paper. Of course, when we saw that it was in, it was a big thing. Then I'm surprised you guys don't even know. Well, maybe you guys.
Maybe, I think I just forgot. It must have been out, but probably we've all just
We
forgotten.
wrote it.
Because you experienced it, so there's no way we forget.
Yeah, you
It
will
still
forget.
pained me. Say, hey,
So you know how to write it
we
again?
wrote it.
Have to
After
hold
we
up
finished, we're
WAEC,
happy that we have finished our paper.
graduated.
No, you finished before the graduation.
True.
They called us back. That way I can say people rewrite this.
How many papers did you have to
I think
rewrite?
it was just 2 papers, 2 or 4 papers that were affected. I can't really remember the precise number.
Wow.
So I had to,
How
but I
about
know
jam?
maths was-
We're going to round up this episode soon, but how about jam? What was your jam? Did you do jam? Did
I
you
think
do jam?
I did jam. But when I did jump, it was just to try it. I knew that I wasn't going to stay in
My
Nigeria.
first jam, they said they could not find my results.
What
Eh?
happened to you?
Zero. I probably got. I don't know what happened. They just said they could not find my results, so I was at home for a whole year
But
because of
that's
it.
mean though, and they did nothing.
Well, my mom, like, we try to like look for it. Like by
I
the
don't
time
understand. Why are you the one trying? The jam people.
it's not Nigeria.
Me to looking at her like, which jam people?
Who are they?
Where do they live?
So people had theories about it. They said like sometimes if they can't find your results, it's probably maybe they've switched your somebody with somebody else. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have that much faith in myself that what's the score that somebody would have felt the need to switch my results. But it's just couldn't find. They couldn't
But
find
that's
my
bad. You
results.
now make someone wait for 1 year for their own mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yes, no.
In fact,
You know how
let
many
me,
kids, how many people write jam? They don't have. It's not everybody that gets to pay attention to like that.
do you know, like in my jam, right? Because I wrote maths for jam. Somebody actually in the center, somebody actually came out and was like, if you have type, so what jam used to do is that they will have different types.
Yes.
So he came out and apparently he had some clients in the room. He now said, if you have type, and he mentioned type, this is the answer. I'm going to start very quickly. Number 1, A. Number 2. I was in stunned
Just like.
disbelief. Like,
but
what?
you
I've
had
been
the
in a
time. I don't have the
center. I've been in a
time.
center where they were calling answers before.
Yeah, they used to call it special center. Special
I've been in
center.
a center where
Oh,
they're
so
calling
you pay
answers
for
before.
special
Yeah,
center.
you pay extra for special center.
Mine wasn't a
Just
special
was
center,
so
so I
messed up.
guess.
Do they still do those things now? I'm
Till now, they
curious.
still do it.
I wonder if they do.
They still do it.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
We cannot end this episode without talking about boyfriends in secondary school.
I was very holy. Don't come near me.
Boyfriends,
Boyfriends.
boyfriends in secondary school. I will go first. I didn't have a boyfriend in secondary school, but QC was so interesting that even though it was a girls' school, for
Yeah.
some reason, half the population had boyfriends. I'm
Actually,
like, wait,
yeah.
how are you people buying this boyfriend? Where are you finding
Especially
them?
the day students, because I knew a lot of ISL boys
but
that had kids.
the boarding house-
And then there were
The boarding
some.
house students on call. Did they have boyfriends?
Yes, they did. They had
How
boyfriends.
were they
on
connecting?
holiday.
I guess a holiday
I don't
boyfriend.
even know. So what even came to mind is one interesting situation, like during Valentine's. So senior girls will get vowed by junior girls, and then boyfriends will now be waiting at the gate to bring vows gifts. So I'll tell you guys this story. That's how 2 girls, 2 very good friends. One had a boyfriend, the other one did not have a boyfriend. But the one that did not have a boyfriend had a phone. So this one that had the boyfriend will always borrow her phone to talk to her boyfriend outside school. Lo and behold, on Valentine's Day. And so it was like before vows, it's such a big deal. Like, who are they valuing? Who are they not valuing? Valentine's Day, girl that did not have boyfriend gets a big vows cake and everything from her friend's boyfriend.
Wow, how did she do it?
My sister
Are
till
they
today.
both brothers?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did she do?
Till today, that is still a mystery, but it's something I can never forget. Like, oh,
What did the other
my
girl now do?
it was such a
Probably cried.
big
Did she
quarrel.
cry? Okay.
Like it was a quarrel, but obviously, like even till now, I cannot understand like how did that happen. So this is the only thing I can say is that maybe when this girl has finished talking to her boyfriend, this one, because it's her
Now
phone,
take over.
she talks to the guy to the point where the guy now decides to vow her
Instead of, you
instead
didn't even
of
say
his
let him vow 2
girlfriend.
of them.
No, he vowed
But
her.
that's wicked too. Instead of picking 2 of them, like you said, at least are you?
So we always used to have this thing when I was in school that friends are bad. I think because we went to a girls' school, we were able to experience that female friendships can be the worst thing to happen to anybody. So imagine like this, we were in maybe SS1 or SS2, and that kind of thing happened. That's a lesson you can't forget. Right, so.
That's crazy.
In my school, vows was a big deal.
Again.
Like Kome described, we know those of them that used to go to QC to go and spill over some gifts. But most of it was happening in ISL.
Really?
Most of it was happening in ISL. So my first vow started from JS2. I received my first vows gift in JS2. Yeah, it was in JS2. That's why I think you were asking me that something I was watching. I thought back, by what time we're doing it, you guys are just overreacting.
Wow.
From
Oh my
JS2, that's when I got my first vows gifts. I can't even
JS2.
remember what it was. Yes. And JS3, I got I got vowed for every year I was in.
I say hot tea.
Okay, so this- I
Let's
know.
over and say hot tea. Like every year? Okay.
Yeah, till I left.
So where did this like? Is it? Are you in a thing with these people? Or
Are they your
or would you
classmates?
know
Like,
them?
how?
Would you know them?
Is it mystery person that
No, because some
but
people
as
might-
they hide it in your back, no, this one was not mystery. You know, so most times it's guys that are asking you out, right? And depending if you have like multiple guys asking you out, you get multiple vows presents.
I know that one, yeah.
By SS2, I was dating someone, so he gave me like vow, and that one he bought giant teddy bear like this for me.
Oh, boy.
Like life-size teddy bear. He bought chocolate. Where do you want to hide that one? Obviously, I'll take my vows gift home to show my parents. Like, my friend gave me this and everything. And I like that my parents allowed me to bring it home because then I didn't have to hide it.
hide it,
Especially when
yeah.
I now had the life-size teddy bear. Where was I going to hide that one? Do you get? So I bought him. So my parents allowed that and everything. So SS2, yeah, that one I was dating. So he bought that one. But from GSS till I got to that SS2, like people asking me out, just giving me different. So the way it was in ISS, if you did not get vowed, you're not a fine girl.
You're
sorry.
roast though.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call it. You roasted. You roasted.
Rasta.
They will say who is roasting this year, who got vowed, who got roasted. So you see the people. Then boys, if there's a girl they don't like, maybe there's a girl that her own shakara is too much or something. They just don't like the girl. Do you know what they used to do? They used to give prank vows gifts. There's something called eba cake. They will make eba.
I've heard of it.
Yes. Then they will now put it in a fine and now go and vow the girl. So it's now a disgrace if they vow you with eba cake. So apart from you hoping not to roast, you're hoping nobody comes and gives you eba cake because all the boys will gather and laugh at
See
you.
emotional
and
touch
mock
up.
you. Yes.
That's so
I know that.
bad.
Went to secondary school and you survived. Then what else to
That's
deserve you in this
crazy
life?
though.
Do you
Wow.
get? Yeah. So all those things were fun, Sha. It was very, very interesting.
And that means you guys could go to parties because you guys were decent.
I've been to
We
parties
were
now.
brothers. We could not go to parties.
And no, but your QC day students, like I told you one day, they were the organizers of the parties. So this is how we used to do parties in secondary school. People come together, put money together, and organize a club party. Then for people to come in, you pay gate fee or you get IV. So it's either by IV only or there's a gate fee.
So you have to be a cool kid to get Ivy.
You have to be a cool kid to get invited.
Wow.
Or when I say organizers, you can see like 20 organizers or 25 organizers, 5 girls from QC, 5 girls, guys from KC,
right,
maybe
right.
5 ISL, 5. They will do collabo so that all secondary schools will come for the party. Then they usually put gate fee so that how do they make their money back? All the people that pay gate fee, maybe they share it with the club
People
or
have been doing
something.
business.
People have been doing business
Can
as
you
well. So that's
imagine?
how they make their money back from organizing all these parties. They pay the club whatever, and then whatever profit from that party, from gate fee, I think the club pays
Right.
them back, and that was how. So they used to come together. There's one name that used to ring in my head.
Oh wait, there's some names of parties. I remember there was Incognito, there was Caliente, there was Inferno.
No, Caliente was even a club.
Caliente is a club.
It's a club.
See, I had not followed them.
Caliente is a club. But all those
Incognito,
parties used to
there was
have names.
Inferno.
The one I remember very well that comes to mind is Up in Smoke.
No,
I don't know.
that
if it
must have been your
that
set.
was probably my set. So, like she said, all the parties happening. So they were not like, I go for Up in Smoke this weekend.
Oh
I
my
go for this one this
God.
weekend. So only the cool kids were going for the parties.
Yeah.
So the good thing,
I obviously was not one of them.
the good thing is I had a cousin. Like my dad is not strict, but my mom was like a little bit strict. So I had a cousin that he's my dad's older sister's son. So we used to go for the parties together. Like his driver would just take us and we would go. So that's how I was able to go for all the parties and enjoy myself without having to worry and everything. So all the couples. So the next time after when we get back to everybody was like, did you go for that party? Did you go for that? Everybody we just
So that means you were at the party.
I was at
He
the
got.
party.
I cannot imagine my mother hearing that you are going to what party, and there are going to be boys there. The whole point of you going to a girls'
Let me
school
tell
is so that you don't see
the
boys.
good thing about the parties is okay. So now, apart from that, did you guys used to have end of school party?
I mean,
No.
No, QCD. Okay, I don't really have. ISL, our school organizes end of school party for us at third time at the end of the year. So we used to have party. Other schools will come. They will hire DJ. We'll take the school hall. They used to call it school dance. We'll take the school hall.
Like the way they do.
Yes. So we'll take no promo. We have prom. Prom is SS3. School dance is every year.
Every year.
Right. There's junior school dance. There's senior school dance. There will be the hall. We'll get the DJ. There will be drinks, food. Then everybody will come in their baths. We used to call it baths. You wear the different kind of clothes. Then you now come and dance. So most times from school dance, because school dance will close by like 6, 7. People move to the club.
In secondary school.
Secondary school.
Interesting.
People move to the club from school dance. So that's how it was, right? You finish from the school dance and then go to the club. So it was really, really fun.
Imagine.
People were looking forward to let me see what this one wore this year, what that one wore this year, and everything. Wow. Like secondary school was a vibe.
Do you remember when everybody was wearing pedal pushers?
Pedal pushers. And then there was this trouser skirt one.
Scousers.
A lot of things really like
spaghetti with
top.
trousers.
Yeah, different.
And they will now be walking as if their feet cannot touch the floor.
Yeah. There was only a time they did that school dance was they bought Rugged Man. They bought not Two Face. What's this one? Two shots. I think it's 2 shots. 2 Baba. See that were very delicious. They bought him to our school. They bought Rugged Man, and there was one more artist that came to our school for school dance. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Our school was a vibe. Like we had fun. Secondary school was fun.
This has been so much fun. Like, did you guys enjoy this?
Hearing all the gist. I'm just like, that's like another level of like, I don't even know, life experience.
Yeah.
Do you think that we'll give our kids? I don't think our kids will have those.
It's because they're in Canada. So, but they
Like
will
if
have
they were
their
in
own
Nigeria,
version.
would you have put them in ISL?
No, ISL now, the quality, from what I've heard, has dropped.
Was
Like,
the quality really good before?
The quality then, of course, it was not the best school in Lagos, but in terms of educational wise, it was really good. I don't know about how it is now. The reason why my parents put me in ISL was like, they could have put me in all those two private schools, right? Remember I went to Corona Primary School?
Yeah.
But they said they want us to mix and see life with other people, but they don't want it to be too ghetto, like all those FGGC or whatever,
That
right?
makes sense.
So that's why they put... QC was
Like
an option for me
balance.
too, but QC or more, to get into QC is a lot. I think ISL was easier to
Can't
get
have
into.
maths problem.
You can't have math problem.
God.
You can't have math problem.
Like you walked right into that one.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
Tell me no, waiting for me. No, to get to QC, I don't know. This you have to meet up with comment. Like I feel like QC requirements was like we didn't even try QC anyway. But I know that QC, it's not just anybody that goes to QC. You have to be really good. So I think ISL was easier to get into and all that. So my parents wanted us to see the best of both worlds because in ISL we had the people that their parents were okay,
Wealthy, yeah.
and we had people that their parents literally had nothing because it was like. There were people that university lecturers, anybody that works in Unilag staff, their school fees was subsidized. So then maybe we used to pay back then in those years when we used to pay about 35,000. Unilag we'll be paying like 10,000.
Ooh.
For school there as well. So you can imagine that the family background is not the same. So we could afford to pay 35,000. They were paying 10,000 per child. So we will mingle with those people. Like that's how come you'll be saying because normally 2 children would not be breaking bottles up and down. But because we are mingling with the other people, do you get it? So but it was cool. It was fun.
So that's like a way for you to learn street smarts.
Yeah. I say no go learn street smart. If I hear. You have to be, I don't know, it was fun.
So that means Femi has been pretending for her because she comes and she's like all smooth, not knowing that she has been breaking bottle before.
No, I not break bottle with them. Do you know what we used to
She didn't
do?
join them.
Like if it's somebody's birthday, they will now carry 7 up, put their hand, shake. It's now splash. We used to, I can't forget when they will spray you on your bed. They will carry bag of pure water, empty it on you with 7 up, everything on your bed. That's how they say happy birthday.
Wow. That is so interesting. And I used to think that QC was a bit rugged, but hearing this,
Yes.
like this was like
that's so like I don't know that you would send your kids even if you were in Nigeria.
So if I was in Nigeria, depending on the, it depends. Like I want my kid. It depends, right? Would I send my kids to the ISL I went to? Yes, because I know what I experienced there. I needed to experience it with my guidance so that I'll be telling you that this is, you understand. That you don't know anything and you just come out and be doing like bolo. No.
Yeah.
They need to give you some small sense. Like, let learned a lot.
No,
of
I
things
actually
there.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Street smarts is just so important. Anywhere you are in the world, just the fact that you have experienced what it means to be among different people, you act
I
differently,
agree.
you
I agree.
process differently.
Yeah.
I think that by the time I went to university, because I went to a private university, I used to tell people that I went to my secondary school was my
Was more of university for you.
than my
Yeah.
I don't know how
university.
you did it because, like,
Yeah.
after my secondary school and everybody was going to like all those private uni, I was just like, I don't want to do like. It's just it was for me. It felt like glorified like secondary school.
Yeah, it
right?
was.
But it was just like everything was so controlled. I wanted to be a bit free, right, to do stuff. So I mean, it's not like I would do anything, but still, it's just like at least you have the option, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I don't know how you did it from like QC to that private.
Honestly, it was painful. It was very painful
Because-
because in QC, what QC really did for us, it gave us the opportunity to develop your personality,
Yeah.
become your own person, and stand by it. So if you, because we had so many different cliques,
Yeah.
if you're a bubbler, we used to have people called
Yes.
bubblers.
Yes.
You wear pop socks to your ankle, you wear monostrap, and you all sorts of things. We had different cliques. We had the efficient people. We even had people that they used to call Nachita. They had natural hair. And so you can imagine where everybody has relaxed hair, but you choose to have natural hair and you have your own
proud
community
about
of
it.
people and you're
Yes,
proud
yes.
about. So everybody had their own thing. If you are a nerd, be a nerd. If you are a party, be a party girl. Right? But when I went to university and they were just trying to put
Box
all of
all
us
of
in
you
a
guys,
box,
box
it was so
you.
painful
Yeah.
for me. And I think, but again, I'm looking back and thinking, well, it was probably okay to experience that as well, to see that you can withstand and hold on to your who you are, despite people trying to force you into a box. Because I went to the university, but I'm myself. And throughout, I could tell what was BS and what was not BS. Like, you cannot force me to love Jesus in your own way, right? So eventually it worked out, but I know there were a lot of people that were hypocrites, that were just doing things to make everybody else happy. But I'm not going to come and be lifting up holy hands and falling on the floor under anointing when it's a lie, right? So yeah, I think QC for me, it really helped me, that foundation of who are you, what do you care about, stick by it.
And developing a thick skin too.
And developing it like peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Even now, peer
Don't
pressure.
even
If you
faze
like,
me with
carry
that.
Brazilian hair of 2 million and
Cannot faze me
come.
with that one.
I can admire it, I can compliment you, but I'm not going to do what you are doing to get it,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
That's nice.
Guys, did you enjoy this episode? I hope you did. Now, we're going to do something. There's no cookie jar this episode. So, what school did you go to? And what was the biggest lesson you learned from the school? So, we've shared ours. Drop it in the comments.
ISL rep in the comment section.
Okay,
And ask food.
I don't think I need to tell Kissy Girls to rep in the comments. Kissy Girls, you know what to do.
Please have a back.
We'll see
Looking
you.
for you people in the comments.
Yeah, I'm looking to see fellow Kissy Girls in comments. We'll see you
And then
in the
Kissy
next
Girls, because you should
episode.
not flood that comment section for us, please.
Oh my God. They're already begging, you see. Bye, everyone. See you in the next one.
Bye.